to go the book. Yeah. बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की उमापति महादेव की जय. Devotees, let me welcome you to this, the first service for the year 2026. That is from our perspective where we are here. You know, last night I was looking on, while 7 o'clock, Thailand already celebrated New Year. So the question is, when is New Year? But then we have to come to where we are, at our point in space. So we have started the New Year. And in this context, I say, welcome to all of you. And to those who have joined us online, welcome as we begin the New Year with devotions. We begin as we normally do with our opening prayer. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari हमें दया करो. गुरुर ब्रह्मा गुरुर विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परम ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. ओम सिद्धि बुद्धि प्रदे देवी भुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदायिनी मंत्र मूर्ति सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधार वरनो रघुबर बिमल यश जोदायक फलचार. बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार. बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार. सियापति रामचंद्र जी की जय. शरणम नाथ मम संकट हरो हरि. बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय. बैठ जाइए. Now, devotees, as we put on the lights. Put on all. Why? Okay. All right. Devotees, we will begin with our chaupais, followed by Bada Akshar Mantra. Normal procedure as we prepare ourselves. प्रवेश नगर कीजिए सब काज, हृदय रखी कौशलपुर राजा, रथ चढ़ि सिया सहित दू भाई, चले बनहिया बधई शिर नाई, जहाँ के सुमिरन तेरी नाश, नाम शत्रुहन वेद प्रकाश, विश्व भरण पोषण कर जोई, अकरन भरत अस होई, जब राम राम जब राम ब्याही घर आई, नित्य नव मंगल मूद बधाई, सखा धर्म में शरत जाकी, गीतन कहन कत मुरी की, जय राम श्री राम, जय राम श्री राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, राम जय जय सीता राम, जय जय राम, वह शोभाजु समझ सुख कहत न बनै खगेश, वरनै शारद शेष सुखी, सोरस जान महेश सिया पति रामचंद्र की जय शरणम, बंदो पवन कुमार, खलबन पावक ज्ञान घन, जया सुहृदय आगर, बसहि राम शरचाप धर। 12 अक्षर मंत्र ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. This form devotees, this mantra relates to the Vishwarup, that murti we have on the, to your right, my left, many heads, many hands, and we say many. According to the Gita, it's countless, infinite. Where does God begin, where does He end? So this Vasudeva Bhagwan, not infinite. But there is the unknown, which is that infinite, and there is still that which is beyond the unknown, which is the substratum of all substrata, Brahm. We need forms to help us to concentrate, because we are born into a world of forms. We are conditioned to name and form. So therefore, this form was displayed. And one of the understanding interpretation of this thing is that if the Lord has many heads, many hands, many feet, where is He absent from? Where is He absent from? Every single atom of creation is pervaded by that Supreme Purush. In this context, when See, Ram asked Valmiki Muni to indicate a spot for him to reside. Valmiki asked, Lord, tell me where you are not. If I know where you are not, then I'll be able to tell you where to stay, O Lord. And Sri Ram couldn't answer where he was not. For him, the truth is, where is he not? Hari Bhyapak Sarvatra Samana. I want you to all, let's all understand this, devotees. God pervades every single atom of creation. But it's for us to feel his presence. It depends on us. And in this context, Valmiki Muni expressed 13 conditions, which if they exist, the Lord will be within the heart itself, if these conditions exist. And basically, what are they? Control of the senses. The Gyan Indriyas, the Karma Indriyas. If I can control the senses, go inward, the Lord is most present. He's always there, but it's just that I'm away from him. So devotees, when you do these mantras, chant them, you have to understand there's a meditative process that accompanies it. Try to go into that. Not just superficially. But if you can't go to the deeper levels, at least superficially chant, you're going to get some blessings. But I always say, why settle for crumbs? Why not go for the whole bread? So devotees, you are on your own. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय बोले श्री वासुदेव भगवान की जय. So devotees, we will continue our journey. Puja will be performed. While this Ruta is performing the puja, we will concentrate on Gajanan Devi. So let's visualize Matang Muk Mahaganapati. So we have explained time and again that the journey begins with the worship of Lord Ganesh. And the basis of the whole thing is that Lord Ganesh represents discriminative power, wisdom. If I don't have the right understanding, the right discriminative power, then I start off a failure. From a Hindu perspective, we are told worship Gajanan, because that Gajanan, that power is within every one of us. And we keep emphasizing this over and over. There is the inner Ganesh. If I can tap into the inner Ganesh, success is guaranteed under all circumstances. So this is why we keep saying the journey is inward. So when I worship Ganesh, as we say, at a deeper level, Ananya Bhav, I'm trying to awaken that power within. It's in everybody, without exception. Gajavadana Gananatha Natha Gaurivara Tanaya Gunalaya Gajavadana Gananatha Gajavadana Gananatha Natha Gaurivara Tanaya Gunalaya Gaurivara Tanaya Gunalaya Gajavadana Gananatha Natha Gajavadana Gananatha Natha Vidyakayak Buddhi Pradayak Vidyakayak Vidyakayak Buddhi Pradayak Siddhi Vinayak Shubhadayak Siddhi Vinayak Shubhadayak Gajavadana Gananatha Natha Gaurivara Tanaya Gunalaya तनया गजवदन गजवदन बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय. We visualize Mata. Devotees, Devi, as we say, the personification of energy. Everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies. The Devi symbolize powers. Now this doesn't take away from devotion to Devi. Nothing is wrong. You worship Devi, but the essence of it is that you're tapping into the powers that exist. Durga Ma, Ichha Shakti. Lakshmi Ma, Gyan Shakti. Ichha Shakti, willpower. Power to bring fulfillment to what we seek. Gyan Shakti, the methodology to achieve it. Kriya Shakti, implementation. Activity with understanding, of course. Knowledge with application. Of course, we say Kali Ma, the power of time, which is substratum. Time is the most powerful. Notice we see New Year, Old Year, everything is time. And time is the most powerful for us devotees because in time everything takes place. So I want you to visualize Devi, and we all may have a tendency, an inclination to worship a different aspect. Feel free. That same one energy, different personifications. So visualize Mata in a way that pleases you best. Jaya Bhagavati Devi Namo Varade. Jaya Bhagavati Devi Namo Varade. Jaya Papa Vinashani Bahuphalade. Jaya Papa Vinashani Bahuphalade. Jaya Bhagavati Devi Namo Varade. Jaya Shumbha Nishumbha Kapaladhari. Jaya Shumbha Nishumbha Kapaladhari. Pranamami tu Devi Naraki Hari. Pranamami tu Devi Naraki Hari. Jaya Bhagavati Devi Namo Varade. Jaya जग की रखवाली करने वाली हे जगदम्बे मैया. If everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies in devotees, this is the rule of energy. From a Hindu perspective, we say Ma. She is the creatrix. She creates, she sustains, she dissolves, reabsorbs. She is the protectress, as we say. We surrender to her. In today's world, worldwide, endless confusion. Many are in grief, in pain, different forms of afflictions. The soul refuge, Gatispam Pimika Bhavani. We surrender to Mata. So devotees, in your own way as you pray, whatever is the cause of your affliction, whatever is the affliction, we surrender, offer it to Devi. Yes, she will take it away. जग की रखवाली करने वाली जगदम्बे मैया। महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओम जगदम्बे मैया। जग की रखवाली करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया। तेरे दया से जीते हैं मैया, तेरे भरोसे चलती है मैया। तेरे भरोसे चलती है मैया। सबके घर घर में है दीवाली जगदम्बे मैया। दुखियों के घर में सुख बरसाए। अंधियारी घर में दिया जला दे। अंधियारी घर में दिया जला दे। सबके मीठा दे राखे खाली जगदम्बे मैया। चरणों में बैठे आशा लगाए। विनती हमारी खाली न जाए। चरणों में बैठे आशा लगाए। विनती हमारी खाली न जाए, विनती हमारी खाली न जाए। लो ये आरती की थाली जगदम्बे मैया। Yaar Shakti Jagadamba Mata Ki Jai. We join together in Havan devotees. Gayatri Mantra. Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha. Only when I say Swaha, no, a little bit each time. Om Prajapati Swaha. Idam Prajapati Idam Namama. Om Indraya Swaha. Idam Indraya Idam Namama. Om Agnaya Swaha. Idam Agni Idam Namama. Om Somaya Swaha. Idam Somaya Idam Namama. Om Bhu Swaha. Idam Agni Idam Namama. Om Bhuva Swaha. Idam Vayavi Idam Namama. Om Swaha Swaha. Idam Suryaya Idam Namama. Gajanan Swami. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Devi Durga. Om Hrim Srim Chandikaya Namah Swaha. Om Hrim Srim. Kalima. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Mahalakshmi Ma. Saraswati Ma. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayan Bhagwan, Om Namo Bhagavate Narayanaya Swaha. Suraj Narayan Swami, Om Sri Suryaya Namah Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shri Agindevaya Swaha, Ishtadevaya Swaha, Kuldevaya Swaha, Asthandevaya Swaha, Gramdevaya Swaha, Vastudevaya Swaha. Mrityunjay Mantra Jap. Those of you who are unfamiliar with the full mantra, just join wherever you know. At Gandhipak here we do the Bij Mantra, followed by the Mantra Trambakam, and we reverse the Bij Mantra. So those of you who are familiar with it, join. If not, wherever is possible, you join. Boli Sri Umapati Mahadeva ki, Om Hraum, Om Jum, Om Saha. Namah Shivaya Swaha. Namaschandikayai Swaha. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Mahalakshmi Matabhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha. Om Sarva Devta Sarva Devi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Achman. Om Sarva Papa Harang Dibyam Gangeyang Nirmalam Jalam Achmanang Chamaya Dattam Krihitam Purushottamaha Brahmagnaye Namaha Achmanam Samarpayami. Dhoop, fine fire. Om Banaspati Rasud Bhuto Gandhadiyo Gandha Uttama Agriyang Sarva Devanang Dhupoyam Pratigrihitam Dhupam Samarpayami Brahmagnaye Namaha. We concentrate on Lakshmi Ma. Om Sri Siddheshwari Mahalakshmi Mata Namo Namaha. And you realize that every Sunday morning, every service we have, we concentrate especially on Lakshmi Ma. Lakshmi Mata is said to be the goddess of prosperity, goddess of wealth, goddess of light, so many things. But of course, all these things are symbolic. But most of us focus on prosperity. And surprisingly, or not surprisingly, material wealth. So when we think of wealth, we think of material wealth. There are 8 forms of material wealth, like money, children, grandchildren, property, power, etc. But common sense will indicate that these things are perishable. They are transient. They last only for a short time. We leave everything here and we go. Now, we need materialism to fulfill the hierarchy of needs. But what is even more important, we need a control system in place to not to be enslaved by materialism, to be the master of it. And so you have spiritual wealth. 6 forms of spiritual wealth. We have explained this when it's Diwali time. Shat Sampat, lighting the 6 diyas, metaphysically activating the 6 chakras within the body here. But devotees, spiritual wealth, tranquility of mind. Pay attention to it. Tranquility of mind, serenity, control of the senses, endurance, faith, and renunciation of selfish actions and desires. If I start with the first one, tranquility of mind, we'll realize that very few of us have that. We can have a lot of materialism, power, etc. Tranquility of mind, serenity, they don't exist. When I pray to the Mother, Divine Mother, Goddess Lakshmi, I'm trying to awaken these 6 powers within me. Metaphysically activating the chakras, the 6 lower chakras. Muladhara chakra, Swadhisthana, Manipur, Anahat, Vishuddha, Agya chakra. These are the inner 6 jiyas we need to light. If those 6 jiyas are lit, we are truly spiritual. You could have all the material wealth in this world. You don't have these 6 jiyas lighting, these forms of spiritual wealth, you are poor. You're very poor. And we keep saying wealth is not how much you have, but how little needs you have. So there is need and there is greed. You have to understand the difference. So when I pray to Mahalakshmi Ma, remember, we say in Lakshmi Ma, but what we are asking for, yes, we need that materialism, but we need a spiritual value system to be the master of it. And while I'm at it, materialism is symbolized by the color red, and spirituality by the color of white. So we are asking for materialism, but also spirituality. If you mix white and red, every child who does simple basic science, white and red will give you pink. This is why we use pink flag for Lakshmi Ma. It is not arbitrary. It symbolizes something. Hinduism is full of symbolism, which we need to understand. Now devotees, if I have material wealth, it is not a given that spiritual wealth will come. No. But if I have spiritual wealth, it is a given. Material wealth will come. So we have to choose which way you want to go. Concentrate on Lakshmi Ma. Jai Mahalakshmi Ma. Om Namostestu Mahamaye Sri Pithe Sur Pujite Shankha Chakra Gadahaste Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi, Mukti Mukti Pradayini, Mantra Murte Sada Devi, Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Lakshmi Karutu Kalyanam, Arogyam Sukha Sampadam, Mama Shatru Vinashaya, Deepa Jyotir Namostute. Siddheshwari Mahalakshmi Mata Namo Namaha. Boli Sri Mahalakshmi Mata Ki Jai. Offer the flowers. Now devotees will focus on Bhagavan Shankar. Today is Triyodasi. So I'm putting it to you one time so you understand. Many people want to know what this year has for us. What is in store for us. Now, indications are given, but self-effort supersedes everything else. Doing the right things are going to come to us. But the indications are there. So Shiva symbolizes that state of dispassion. He also takes away all negativities. He consumes the poisons from the devotees' lives. Poisons. And I've mentioned time and again, the worst poison of all is materialism. The other poisons, you drink Kamaxone, you drink whatever, you're dead one time. Materialism kills you every moment. That is halahalbik. And Shiva symbolizes vairagya, this passion. If I develop this passion, I'm like the lotus in water. I can extract all the nutrients from around, but I maintain my purity, my perfection. So we're in the world of materialism. We must be like the lotus. Extract whatever the nutrients we need, but remain untainted. Because our true nature is divinity. And unless I live that type of divinity, it's deviant behavior. I suffer consequences. Now there is no if and but. There is no if and but. And I like to get this clear with our devotees. Because many of us believe when something goes wrong, you check out the first yaman you could find. And he fools you. Nobody could take away your karma. Man lives himself, by himself. Man sings himself, by himself. All of us are responsible for ourselves. And self-effort supersedes everything else. So devotees, notice what is happening for this year. All now, Triyodasi, auspicious for the worship of Shiva. Thursday, Guru Bar, right principles, right teachings. Rohini Nachatra, very positive sign. Rohini Nachatra is our constellation on which Lord Krishna was born. And what he did, he removed all the burdens in so many different forms. Now, I'm not going to explain more in depth now. You interpret for yourselves what all these things mean. Triyodasi, Shiva, worship, Rohini Nachatra, that powerful constellation, which is very beneficial. And devotees, Shubha Yog. Yog means union. I won't explain too much. Shubha Yog, good Yog. Good. So that, in other words, what I'm saying to all of us, indications are very good. But I could have the best indications if I don't make the right effort. Nothing happens. The right effort means a principled effort, not compromising principles. Principled effort. What is for you will come. What is not for you, nobody and the Father could give it to you. And if you take it from one form or the other, you're going to lose it because you don't deserve it. Understand, devotees? If vairagya comes in. Now, I know everybody would want this and want that and want the next. And we're going to touch upon that this morning to give you an idea as to what we need to do, how we live our lives for this year, and not only for this year, for every year that comes and goes by. What we need to do to help ourselves through life. So devotees, Shiva, Bholinath. He takes away all the poisons from our lives, all the negativities, as we say. If I worship, I develop that spiritual quality of this passion, which is one of the 4 conditions necessary for liberation. Vairagya. Okay? So this year is very auspicious, and we are going to focus a lot on the devotions of Bhagavan Shankar for this year. It's going to help us a lot. Okay? So devotees, what I want you to do at this point in time, it is said in this age Kali Yuga, the Shivaji is best worshipped on the lingam. We have the murti. Every devata has a murti, a form, a mantra, a yantra. In Kali Yuga, it is said, the worship of Shiva in the Shiv Lingam is highly recommended. So I want you to visualize Bhagwan Shankar, but in the Shiv Lingam. We are going to do the Lingashtakam, followed by the glorification of Shivaji. So there is one simple line which you all going to recite. Tat pranamami Sadashiva. Tat pranamami. Let me hear you holding. So the first part of the Lingashtakam, I'm talking about what lingam I'm talking about. The one that the Ravan worship, the one the sages worship, whatever. But the Shiva. And when I make that statement, then I say, I bow to that lingam. Tat pranamami. Tat pranamami Sadashiva lingam. I bow to that Shiva in the form of the lingam. So I like you to understand what you're doing. So you do it with bhav, feelings. You remember, if God not in our thoughts, not in our feelings, He is nowhere. Okay, devotees? So visualize. You can visualize this Shiva lingam. If you have your own one at home that you're custom worshiping, you want to visualize that, which is what I normally do. Anyone, up to you. But visualize Bhagwan in the form of the Shiva lingam. If you can't, you want to visualize the form, nothing is wrong. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namah At Lingashtakam Brahma Murari Suvarchita Lingam Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam Janma Jadukha Vinashaka Lingam. Again. Deva Muni Pavararchita Lingam Kama Daham Karunakara Lingam Ravana Darpa Vinashan Lingam Sarva Sugandhi Sulipita Lingam Buddhi Vivardhana Karana Lingam Siddha Sura Asura Vandita Lingam Kanaka Mahamani Bhushita Lingam Panipati Veshtita Shobhita Lingam Dakshasu Yagya Vinashaka Lingam Kumkuma Chandana Lepita Lingam Pankajahara Sushobhita Lingam Sanchita Pap Vinashan Lingam Devaganarshita Sevita Lingam Bhavair Bhakti Bhirevacha Lingam Dinakara Koti Prabhakara Lingam Ashtalopari Veshita Lingam Sarva Samudbhava Karana Lingam Ashtadaridra Vinashita Lingam Sura Guru Suravara Pujita Lingam Suravana Pushpa Sadarshita Lingam Parat Param Param Atmaka Lingam Continue to concentrate on Shivaji. Lingashtakam idam punyam yapathe Shiva sannidhau Shiva lok mavapnuti Shivena sahamudati iti Sri Lingashtak stotram sampurnam Om Karpura Gauram Karunavataram Sansara Saram Bhujagendraharam Sadava Santam Hridayarvindi Bhavam Bhavani Sahitang Namami Om Har Har Mahadev. I want you to visualize. Now it may be difficult because you have not been to India, but there is this Shivlingam Rameshwaram, where Bhagwan Sri Ram worshipped Bholinath before going to Lanka to destroy Ravan. They said whoever worships this lingam, as all other lingam, with success and fulfillment will come their way. So devotees, the minds we put to work if you can, if you want, visualize. You can create that lingam on your own. Visualize Sri Ram worshipping that Shiv lingam. Put yourself in that position, devotees. We glorify Bhagavan Shankar in this form. We'll follow with Kirtan. Jai Shiva Shankar Gauri Ishwar Jaya Rameshwar Jaya Papa Tap Har Mahadev Vishwambar Jaya Neelakantha Jaya आशुतोष वागंबर। ओम हर 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 रामेश्वर ओम। जय शिव शंकर गौरीश्वर जय रामेश्वर। जय पाप ताप हर महादेव विश्वंभर। जय पाप ताप हर महादेव विश्वंभर। जय नीलकंठ जय आशुतोष वागंबर। जय नीलकंठ जय आशुतोष वागंबर। ओ हर 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 रामेश्वर। गंगाधर गंगा जल क्या तुम्हें चढ़ाऊं। हे डमरू जल का झालम डंग बजाऊं। गंगाधर गंगा जल क्या तुम्हें चढ़ाऊं। गंगाधर गंगा जल क्या तुम्हें चढ़ाऊं। हे डमरू जल का झालम डंग बजाऊं। हे रुद्र रूप हे महेश हे रुद्र रूप हे महेश यंतर्यामी। कल्याण करो प्रभु विजय करो हे स्वामी। कल्याण करो प्रभु विजय करो हे स्वामी। सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम। सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम सुंदरम सुंदरम। ओ हर 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 रामेश्वर सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम। सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते। सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते। ओम सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम। सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते। सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते। हे मधुसूदन सुब्रह्मण्यम वृंदावन मधुराधिपते। हे मधुसूदन सुब्रह्मण्यम वृंदावन मधुराधिपते। ओम जय शिव मंगल आरती। जय शिव मंगल आरती। जय शिव मंगल आरती। हे सुखदायक जग प्रतिपालक, हे दुख हारित अम्बक। हे सुखदायक जग प्रतिपालक, हे दुख हारित अम्बक। जय शिव मंगल आरती, जय शिव मंगल आरती। जय हे त्रिलोचन पाप विमोचन, नीलकंठ कैलाशपति। त्रिलोचन पाप विमोचन, नीलकंठ कैलाशपति। ओम जय शिव मंगल आरती, जय शिव मंगल आरती, जय शिव मंगल आरती। सत्यं शिवं सुंदरं सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते, सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते। ओम सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते, सद्गुरु शिव नमोस्तुते। ओम सत्यं शिवं सुंदरम। बोले श्री उमापति महादेव की जय। Now devotees, as I mentioned, Thursday we say Guru Bar is a day also dedicated to the worship of the Guru, which implies teaching, knowledge. So Jagat Guru, Leela Purushottam Bhagwan Sri Krishna. So this morning I want to take just 1 or 2 verses from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita to help us prepare ourselves for the challenges that lie ahead and to successfully overcome them. But you will realize that what Bhagwan is putting to us, it all will come about because of self-effort. Nobody could do it for you. So bear this point in mind. Man lives himself by himself. Man sings himself by himself. The choice is ours, not anybody else's choice. And if I submit myself to anybody else's influence and power, then I'm a fool, simply put. I have that power within me to stand on my own 2 feet. You know why? I am responsible for me. So devotees, you realize that what is being put here, Bhagwan is telling, whatever he preached to Arjun, the final decision rested with Arjun himself. Bhagwan wouldn't do it for him. He keeps saying, it is through your own effort you achieve what you achieve, through no favor of mine. So devotees, visualize if you can, Bhagwan Sri Krishna. If you can visualize that chariot standing between both armies, the Pandavas and the Kauravas. Arjun sitting at the back of the chariot very depressed. But Bhagwan, Gyan Mudra, he's preaching to Arjun. Visualize that form if you can. If not, any form of Bhagwan Sri Krishna. Keshava Narahari Shama Gopal Madhava Murahari Murali Gopal. So, Bhajo Radhe Govinda Bhajo Shama Gopal. He Bhajo Radhe Govinda Bhajo Shama Gopal. He Shama Gopal Bhajo Murali Gopal. भजो राधे गोविंद भजो श्याम गोपाल केशर नर हरि श्याम गोपाल केशव नर हरि श्याम गोपाल हे माधव मुरहरि मुरली गोपाल माधव मुरहरि मुरली गोपाल हे भजो राधे गोविंद भजो श्याम गोपाल हे श्याम गोपाल भजो मुरली गोपाल श्याम गोपाल भजो मुरली गोपाल भजो राधे गोविंद भजो श्याम गोपाल हे भजो राधे गोविंद भजो श्याम गोपाल श्रीरंगन कृष्ण देवकी नंदन श्रीरंगन कृष्ण देवकी नंदन कमल नयन श्यामल बदन आनंद चंदन कमल नयन श्यामल बदन आनंद चंदन श्रीरंगन कृष्ण देवकी नंदन वेणु विनोदन गोपी करंजन यशोदनंदन वेणु विनोदन गोपी करंजन यशोदनंदन आनंद चंदन यशोदनंदन श्रीरंगन कृष्ण देवकी नंदन श्रीरंगन कृष्ण devotees, Bhagwan Sri Krishna, and I'm taking one sloka from the 16th chapter. I'll go back to the second chapter to kind of clarify certain things. Now, from what his statement here, he implied that everybody is on your own. So we keep saying there is heaven and hell. Now, whether it's a physical place or not, I'm not going to debate, though I don't believe it's a physical place elsewhere. Heaven and hell is right here. Should I put it to you simply? Bhagwan in the Udho Gita said, heaven is the rise of sattvic prakriti in the mind. So there are three gunas, sattvic, rajasic and tamasic prakriti. Now devotees, we are Gyandipak here, we try to take things at a different level. Most people tell you heaven is up there, hell is down there. And I am saying no. Bhagwan Krishna himself said that you have these three gunas, sattvic, rajasic and tamasic prakriti. Sattva, the state of piety, the state of spirituality, etc. Tamas, the state of inertia, lethargy, sluggishness. So what Bhagwan said in Udho Gita, the rise of sattvic prakriti in the mind is heaven. And the rise of tamas in the mind is hell. So in other words, it's inside here. When I'm in a state of prayerfulness, spirituality, principled behavior, etc., that is heaven. When I'm otherwise lethargic, sluggish, compromising, etc., etc., that is hell. So I can be right here, I can be in heaven, or let's put it simply, I could be in hell, you could be in heaven. Right here. You don't have to go far. And this is a problem with many people who believe heaven is when you die and go somewhere. Bhagavan says no, it's right here. So what we have to understand now, what sends us to heaven or hell? What? And common sense will tell us certain qualities, certain attitudes that will inform our behavioral patterns, etc. So where do I go to hell? Devotees or heaven? But he's speaking about hell. State of suffering, state of pain, discomfort, distress that many are confronted with in today's world. How do I handle this? Bhagavan is saying, Trividham narakasyedam dvarang nashanam atmanah kamah krodhastatha lobhas tasmat etatrayam tajet kamah krodhastatha lobhas tasmat etatrayam tajet. Hey Arjun, काम, क्रोध तथा लोभ यह तीन प्रकार के नरक के द्वार आत्मा का नाश करने वाले हैं, अर्थात अधोगति में ले जाने वाले हैं। इससे इन तीनों को त्याग देना चाहिए। Devotees, just to get you involved, we glorify Kanhaiya. Then we'll understand what he meant, what he said to Arjuna. मनवा बोलो राधे 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 श्याम राम। हे मनवा बोलो राधे 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 श्याम राम। राम 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 बोलो राम सीता राम। राम 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 बोलो राम शाधे श्याम। हे मनवा बोलो राधे 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 श्याम राम। हे मनवा बोलो राधे 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 श्याम राम। रंग 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 बोलो पांडुरंग कृष्ण नाम। हे रंग 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 बोलो पांडुरंग कृष्ण नाम। पूर्ण काम आनंद धाम बोलो सब जगह सीताराम। हे पूर्ण काम आनंद धाम बोलो सब जगह सीताराम। सीताराम राधे श्याम बोलो सब जगह सीताराम। हे सीताराम राधे श्याम बोलो सब जगह सीताराम। राम 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 बोलो राम सीताराम। ओ श्याम 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 बोलो श्याम राधे श्याम। हे मनवा बोलो राधे 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 श्याम राम। हे मनवा बोलो राधे 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 श्याम राम। हे मनवा बोलो राधे 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 श्याम राम। Devotees, Bhagavan Sri Krishna is saying, Arjun, calm. What is calm, devotees? Desires. And in this context, the desire implies you can have legitimate desires that are pure and illegitimate desires, things like lust and so on. So what he's saying, desire, put it simply, desire, काम, क्रोध, anger, or lobh, greed. These three qualities, what are they? Doorways to hell. Doorways to hell. Now, I've already mentioned what hell is. Rise of tamas in the mind, compromising principles, etc., etc. So Bhagavan is saying that these three qualities, they are like doorways to hell. And they put the soul in distress. Now when we see the soul devotees, when people study Gita, the soul is interchangeable. Right? Now we all know the soul doesn't suffer. The soul is not born, it doesn't die. But what we say here that all of us as embodied beings, while we are embodied, then these problems confront us. We sink. In other words, we put ourselves in a state of pain, grief, discomfort. Now remember, I started out by saying that each person is divine by nature. And when I live out of sync with my divinity, it is then I suffer. And God will punish nobody, I keep saying that. Our karmas cause our problems. So you could do all sorts of nonsense and say, God forgive me, God forgive me. You already planted the seed. It has to come back to you. And as I said time and again, yes, there's a way out, unconditional surrender, which very few of us do. Sometimes we say we surrender, but not unconditionally. So therefore, we have to work out our karmas. So what we are saying here, devotees, that these three qualities, they cause us problems. Analyze in life and see what causes all our problems. You want something. You're vexed because you don't get it. Greed overpowering you. And notice when you have these qualities functioning, then you compromise every conceivable principle that exists to get what you want. And by so doing, we create our own problems. You have no peace of mind. Have you ever reflected upon you really want something so much, you want this, something, want it, day and night you can't sleep? I'm sure everybody would have experienced that. But I go to bar, day and night you can't sleep. You are causing it to yourself. Desire. So Bhagavan is saying, these three gateways to hell, meaning suffering, bondage. Now I'm putting this to all of us. So if you go through life, check for the past year, what happened, your attitude, but you have to be honest with yourself. Is it that desires overpowered you? You became angry, you acted in various ways? Now, I want to say this, that when you do that at that point in time, you will suffer same time, It's like a seed. When you plant the seed, it takes time. That's why I said, Kali Ma, the power of time. Everything comes back to haunt us. In time, the seed germinates, bears fruits. So at this point in time, I may not experience the reaction of my action, whatever I'm experiencing now because of past actions. What I'm doing now, don't think you get away. It's going to come. Nobody gets away. Koi la kare chaturai karma ka lekh mite nari bhai. We must not fool ourselves into believing that because nobody knows, because whatever, that gone. It will off. Never. It doesn't happen. Okay? And in this context, I may say, sometimes we may think somebody living a well bad life and everything going good with them. And I pray in day and night, I go in temple, I do in yag, whatever, and I suffer in day and night. And then people jump to the conclusion, they better live like them fellas. Because he live in all how and he's successful. And I pray and I begging and everything else, and I suffering. But this is where the ignorance comes in. What that person is benefiting from his past karmas now bearing fruits. You are also experiencing the results of your past karmas. And the positive is that you are burning it out. But if you compromise what you're doing now, you are ensuring you continue to suffer in time to come. You continue to suffer. So devotees, you have to have the understanding, nothing in a vacuum. Nothing is in a vacuum. And this whole world, it is law of cause and effect. Jaisa karni, vaisa bharni. Newton's third law. This is why I said, God is the impartial witness. He doesn't interfere with anybody unless you unconditionally surrender to Him. And none of us doing that. I'll be honest and say that I'm bold enough to say that. Not even I could do that. Sometimes we say we surrender, but then we question God. If you question God, you don't surrender. You don't surrender. So devotees, all these points we bear in mind. All right? So we act, we compromise, we do various things, but basically, these three qualities, calm, krodh, and lobh, overpower us. Now, what causes that, devotees? What causes this calm and krodh and etc.? Here, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, again, devotees, there's a root to everything. Everything has to start somewhere. Where does this calm come from? Where does it start? Dhyayato vishayan pumsa sangastheshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kama kama krodha bhijayate sangat sanjayate kama kama krodho bhijayate. Bhagavan is saying, O Arjun, what causes your problem? विषयों का चिंतन करने वाले पुरुष की उन विषयों में आसक्ति हो जाती है और आसक्ति से उन विषयों की कामना उत्पन्न होती है और कामना में विघ्न पड़ने से क्रोध उत्पन्न होता है हे नटवरला गिरिधर गोपाल हे नटवरला गिरिधर गोपाल मेरा प्रभु श्याम गोपाल मेरा प्रभु श्याम गोपाल हे नटवरला गिरिधर गोपाल नटवरला गिरिधर गोपाल वेद सार जीवन का धार हे वेद सार जीवन का धार गोपी मनोहर हृदय विहार हे गोपी मनोहर हृदय विहार नटवरला गिरिधर गोपाल ओ नटवरला गिरिधर गोपाल ओ मेरा प्रभु घनश्याम गोपाल मेरा प्रभु घनश्याम गोपाल हे नटवरला गिरिधर गोपाल ओ नटवरला गिरिधर गोपाल. Devotees, the problem starts with materialism, Vishai, the world of materialism. Now, we'll put it in a simple way. We all have the senses. Everybody. 10 senses and the mind. These 11, we call them the 11 Rudras. 11 life principles that exist in every single person. Hindu, Muslim, Christian, pink, black, blue, mauve, no matter who you are. Whether you believe or you don't believe. Everybody is made up like that. Okay? Now we perceive the world through the senses. The eyes, you see things. The ears, you hear things. The tongue, you taste things. You touch things, you feel. Devotees, you have the 5 Gyan Indriyas and the 5 Karam Indriyas. 5 senses of perception, 5 organs of action, and the mind. So now, when all these material things around us, what do they attract? Common sense will tell you they attract the senses. You see something, you want it. You hear something, either destabilized, you feel ecstatic, whatever. The senses are bombarded. They're impacted upon. We perceive the world through the senses. So Bhagavan Krishna is saying, what happens? Associating with material things. Associating with material things. What happens? You develop an attachment for them. Now analyze yourself and see if Lord Krishna talking stupidness. Now you could take this point alone and talk from all different directions. Who you associate with, what you associate with, whether people, places, social media, whatever it may be, what you associate with creates an attachment to it. All right? Analyze it. Bhagwan wouldn't be wrong. So it starts with association. If you go back to Ramayana, what Bhagwan Sri Ram told Shivari, Pratham Bhakti Santan Karasanga. The first stage in development is associating with the holy ones, spiritual, genuine spiritual people who will try to push you in the direction of materialism. Param Guru, as I was explaining to somebody yesterday, there are 7 different types of Guru. The highest Guru is the Param Guru. He takes you away from materialism and points you in the direction of self-realization. You have the other kind of Gurus who tell you, do this, you'll get more money. Do that, you'll get more power. Do that, you do obia. Different kind of Gurus, no? And many people caught up with this stupidness, not realizing you're putting yourself in bondage. But you know what causes that? Because you want something. You want something. And what causes that want? Association. So devotees, this is why again I said just now, everybody on your own, to the young people in particular, association is a starting point. Right? Why associate with that company which will drag you down? There are many of us who associate with older people. You can't go wrong. If you with the right type of old people. You see, I had to qualify my statement over and over. Because you have some well stupid old people too, you know. I can't help it. You know? I can't help it. So many things you have to analyze. You know? But long ago, the older ones were wise. You learn lessons from them. Okay? Anyway, the point is that association. You start to associate, and then attachment develops. Attachment develops. And you know, devotee, we have seen so many times, you know, people working together in one place, and you know what I'm talking about? Attachment. And then kuch hota hai. All kind of things happen. Association. Attachment develops, and sometimes almost imperceptibly, unknowingly, attachment develops. So when attachment develops, Bhagavan is saying, when attachment develops, then desire is born. Desire is born. That association, so now kamna utpan hota hai. Association, whatever it may be. You want this, you want that, whatever you want from that association. But the association brings about desire. But not all desires are fulfilled, devotees. Not all desires are fulfilled. So Bhagavan is saying, so notice where desires come from. Association. You have the right association, you can control the extent of desire, that calm. And devotees, one of the aspects of calm is Trishna, lust. And Bhagavan Chanak Maharaj said, Trishna Vaitarni Nadi. Trishna is a river in hell. Lust is a river in hell. Tamas Prakriti. It overpowers the mind. And many people have given go down to cross the river of lust and they're drowning right here. That's a different topic though. The devotees, so you see all this calm is a broad picture here. Broad view. Lust and everything else in between. So here, when desires don't come to fulfillment, now what ensues? You can get what you want. What will happen? Huh? You get vexed by? Anger ensues. I'm not getting what I want. Anger ensues. Notice the journey here. Devotees, listen to this carefully. And many are suffering from this right now, and you want to blame everybody else except yourselves. You're responsible. Bhagavan putting it clear in our court. So what happens? From that desire unfulfilled, or challenges in the attainment of one's desire, right? क्रोध उत्पन्न होता है, anger, anger. And you're getting vexed too bad. You're vexed with everybody. You're vexed with God. You're even vexed with yourself. Anger. Now devotees is a journey. So when there is anger, notice all these things happen inside. What is the next step? Krodhat bhavati sammoha. Sammohat smriti vibhramaha. Smriti bhramshat buddhi nashu. Buddhi nashat pranashyati. Look at, this is the psychology of the whole thing, devotees. When you become angry, sammoha, delusion. You can't differentiate. Notice people in anger, sometimes they kill their own parents. And that's happening. Recently, a fellow beat up his mother with the bill. He get vexed. This is why anger. Krodho vai vasvato raja. Anger is death. Now, all these things, devotees, are for us. Now, sometimes see people get me vexed. No, you choose to get vexed. You choose to get vexed. Man lifts himself by himself. Man sings himself by himself. And I won't go into the whole technicality of when you get vexed, anger, devotees, that is, when you get angry, anger is death. Different changes take place within your body. Hormonal changes soon, etc., etc. You hurt yourself. You damage yourself. These young children who do medicine, they're going to know more about that. All right? I'm not a doctor for the soul. Yeah. They're a doctor for the body. Yeah. So you see, devotees, it's a journey. And everything starts, remember, I keep saying there's Newtonian medicine and there's vibrational medicine. Newtonian medicine is what you all do. So they get angry and give them something to pacify them. Injection, choke them away. Yeah? To keep them calm. What do you call it? To keep them calm, no? It have a name that's called, you sedate them, whatever you call it. What is? Whatever it is. All no good. Right? Or tell them, smoke ganja, but you remain calm. All this nonsense people do, not realizing that problem is inside. The vibration, you already damage yourself. So devotees, from anger, when you become angry and so on, certain changes take place, you become deluded. You cannot see nor understand right. Right now, if you get vexed because of what I am saying, but right away you can't understand anything I am saying. What's stupid Baba talking? What? That has happened many times, I know that. Because you know, when I say something like a rock that hits you in the garden, you're telling me that? What are you telling me that for? You think we don't know that? We're fully aware of that. But devotees, you're on your own. I can't help you. Nobody could, even God can't help you. So you see, when you become angry and a person becomes angry regularly, you're affecting yourself badly. You become deluded. So let's put it simply, delusion. And with delusion now, when delusion takes over, loss of memory. You tend to forget. You don't know where you are. You see something now, next month you forget what you say. Loss of memory, that frightening thing, devotees. Life is based upon memories. And to lose your memories, think about that. Now this is not if and but, this is the journey. So Bhagavan is saying, loss, when you become deluded, anger leads to delusion, which leads to loss of memory. And when that begins to happen, loss of memory, smriti bhramshat buddhi nashu, then reasoning power weakens, it falls apart. When you begin to lose memory, then the intellectual power weakens. You start seeing, you can't understand. Now here, there's the enlightened intellect, the unenlightened intellect. If you're in the enlightened state, you can see and differentiate. When you're unenlightened, you can't understand anything. Great minds reflect upon principles, mediocre minds on events, and undeveloped minds on people. So rather than see a principle, you're attacking the person. You kill the messenger, you will take the message. And that happens. Buddhi nasho. And when the reasoning power begins to degenerate, fall apart, what is the next step? Buddhi nashat parnashyati. You self-destruct. You self-destruct. Which part here? Anybody come in? External stimuli are there. But it's up to me to withdraw from these external stimuli. Nobody forces it down my throat. So in other words, this is why we keep saying, it's up to you, each person. All right? Each person. So devotees, notice the journey. Notice the journey. From calm, you get crowed, anger. And inherent in all that is greed. Because you want this and you want that and you want the next. And these are the three gateways of hell. Nobody said you shouldn't do what you have to do. But the attitude is what is important. Today we're talking about your devotees, the psychological state. And nobody could help you in that. Nobody. So Bhagavan is saying, it's a journey. But if you could reach to the point, the self-controlled person. Who is the self-controlled person, devotees? Again, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, in the Gita, Uddhava Gita, what he said? Self-control is sense control. What that means? You control the sense of hearing, your sense of sight, Gyanendriyas. If you control the Gyanendriyas, automatically you control the Karamendriyas. It all goes back to you, the individual, to each of us. So the person who has self-control, meaning he has sense control, what he does, that person, he enjoys, but what? You have in this world Raga and Dvesh. Raga Dvesha Viyuktaistu, Vishayan Indriyascharan, Atma Vaishya Vidhera Atma, Prasadam Madhigachati. Raga and Dvesh, things that are pleasant, things that are unpleasant, do affect you. When you have the right thinking, the right level of intellect, the determinate intellect, enlightened intellect, you're not affected. What Bhagavan Krishna said about in Uddhava Gita, what is happiness? What is true happiness? To be unaffected by either pain or pleasure. Equanimity of mind. Placidity of mind. Placidity of mind. The first one I mentioned, tranquility of mind, this is what is meant. Placidity, tranquility of mind. First form of spiritual wealth. If you have that, nothing could affect you. That person is forever in a state of peace. And that person will continue to go through life. And Vishnu Bhagavan says, Prasade sarva dukhanang hani rasyo pajayate prasanna chetaso hyashu bodhi parya vatishtate. Devotees, it's a journey. If I can develop these qualities, what is happening here? The senses are brought under control and I have the mind becomes stable. Now, look at the journey. The senses happen to be the seat of desires. Calm, the senses. But what controls the senses? The mind. And what controls the mind? The determinate intellect, the enlightened intellect. This is what Bhagavan Sri Krishna in the chariot represents. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is like the intellect. The reins happen to be the mind, and the horses, the senses. If you don't hold the horses under control, where the chariot going? But it is only the determinate intellect can hold the horses under control. Because that controls the mind, which controls the senses. So if you understand everything I'm telling you here, devotees, it is nobody but you yourself have to take responsibility. Nobody. It's not Bhagwan. As I said, the only condition is if you unconditionally surrender. And it depends upon us. So devotees, for all of us, self-discipline is the key. Self-discipline. Sometimes even the young ones, now for now they get vexed. Check and see, things are working their way. Parents, you would know that. You tell your children, do this, no, they want to do that. Don't do this, no, they want to do that. Anger, quarrel, a set of confusion. And these things happen in relationships. Sometimes, I may say it even in the temple itself. We have mature people. I want this done so. Somebody should not be do it so. Confusion start. Lucky no fight yet. No fight yet. Then I have to play referee. Yeah. You see, why? Because we don't understand. And devotees, if you understand this, where you go to work, your home, your temple, the society you associate with, whether sports or whatever, wherever you are, if you have this kind of control, you don't have any problems. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna is saying, Arjun, if a person could, develop this kind of attitude, control, calm, krodh, lobh, well, desire, anger, and greed, what you do? You can free yourself from bondage. and go to higher levels. Go to higher levels. You come to me. Hey Arjun, इन तीनों नरक के द्वारों को मुक्त हुआ पुरुष अपने कल्याण का आचरण करता है, इससे परम गति को जाता है, अर्थात मेरे को प्राप्त होता है. If a person has control over these three, if you control these three, you control all else. Desire, anger, and greed. Devotees try to work on that. Everybody. Right? And these things come almost imperceptibly, they knock us down. Bhagavan is saying, you control these three, you free yourself from these three, then bliss comes your way. You're going to experience the happiness that you're looking for, inner bliss. And you know what? Once you go this way, Paramgati, the supreme abode, that is He Himself. You go to Him. And devotees, how many times we say that people Chalhavin, line up to Chalhavi, make a mistake and mash Levi Savi in front. Custard Friday. Hey, mash Masavi, you're saying? Anger, and you're going to Chalhavi. And then, oh, Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. You think we don't know that, devotees? We are fully aware of these things. So, in other words, you see this year coming, devotees? We have to develop these qualities, work on them. And Bhagavan is saying, your scriptures must be a guide. He made this point quite clear. Your scriptures must be your guide. Yah shastra vidim ustirjya vartate kamakartaha namasiddhim avapnoti na sukhang na parangatim. If you don't follow your scriptures, devotees, Bhagavan is saying, जो पुरुष की विधि को त्याग कर अपनी इच्छा से वर्तता है, वह न तो सिद्धि को प्राप्त होता है, न परम गति को तथा न सुख को ही प्राप्त होता है. People do their own thing. They say, "Me care what the books say, na?" Now the books give the principles, and I keep saying methodology can be adjusted time, place, and circumstances. But many of us say, "I do my feel to make one book." Go ahead. Bhagavan says, those who don't follow scriptural injunctions, chapter 16, go home and read it. You don't follow scriptural injunctions, what is going to happen, devotees? No desires will come to fulfillment. None. No divine powers will come to you, no siddhis, right? No happiness, no freedom from bondage. No happiness. You remain right there. You have to follow what scriptures say. Scriptures are the guide. Scriptures are there to take us to higher levels. And if you have this understanding, follow scriptures, the injunctions, avoid the prohibitions, control these three negativities, there isn't a problem that is difficult to overcome. You have to go by no Siyama, no Biyama, no psychic, no whatever. Go to God. Because everything is inside of us, devotees. Now we are here to give guidance. Right? Now many of you would realize when you come to me, did I ever tell you anyway that somebody do you something? If I tell you that, slap me, boy. I give you permission. What I tell you, I am fully aware that everything is because of our karma. I say, go on fast. And yesterday I was telling somebody again this. You think I can't do something and help you? But if I do that and try to help you remove your karmas, that karma of yours, who will carry it? I have to carry it. I'm no donkey, boy. I'm no donkey. You create your karma, you work out your karma. But I have to carry mine. So this is where you see, I look at myself in this respect to point out to you. There are no shortcut. And many, and I'm aware of this, don't feel I'm not aware, you know. You go by all kind of people. I think that things going bad, go by somebody, tell you sprinkle well lavender in your house. You go, no, shut that stupidness, and your daughter is the same way. Yeah, but you want shortcut. Shortcut. When everybody goes through these things in life, you take a step or two back, go inside, devotees, analyze. I keep saying over and over, if you follow what I'm saying, all them psychic women poor. All them will be man gone through. Because you ain't going for none of this nonsense. Because God is the answer to all our problems. All questions and solution to all problems. You have dare to be there. But as we keep saying, God works slow, but He never fails. He never fails. And devotees, you know, Sometimes you got to bring up some of these things. It might be too nice now. Many years ago, a certain gentleman in Gandhiburg, I SWAHA. I checked and I realized that he won't live beyond a certain age. But luckily I told his wife that. And he got sick. I won't give details. And he died by the age. But hospitalized. And you know what the vote is? I'm not condemning Gandhiburg. Someone in Gandhiburg. Tell your wife, why ain't came by a pastor? Here. I know who. I will send you by the pastor in time to come. Yeah. Then the lady said, but Guruji told me he will die by this age. Where go my pastor? Imagine. We here listening to this kind of level, and you running like marans, or like chicken, or like headless chicken. Behind what? For what? And the solution lies in your hands, it lies within you. And me, no big, I keep saying this, I am no big kind of whatever the devotees, I just guide you. And all the wise ones along this pathway, they don't take the thing that, they could do something for you and remove your problem. No. Because they have to carry the baggage. Okay? Each person on his own. So in this I say, everybody on your own. If I guide you, follow the guidance. I know what I'm doing for you. Believe in it. Stick to it. And you will see the results, but in time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay? So devotees, this year coming, a lot of things are going to happen. The more challenges we have, the more will be a man flourish. Everybody running here, do this, let me think go better. Let my business go better. Oh, shames. I'm actually fed up all this nonsense. But I'm putting it to you, and I see nothing more than that. And I'm fully convinced, based upon my Lord's words, you are responsible for you. You're on your own. And what is for you, nobody could take it. And what is not for you, nobody in the Father could give it to you. So think about it, devotees. So this year coming, this is the Vairag we are talking about. Develop that dispassion. Work on the qualities, the desires. I mean, sometimes we want to pray because we want this, want that. And I ask you a question, how do you know you wouldn't get it if you didn't pray? How do you know? Understand the question I'm asking? You want this, you want, how do you know it wouldn't come if you didn't pray? Pray, praise God, don't beg. Surrender. And if you do that, all sanchit pap, you see, if you understand what we say here, sanchit pap, tatpanmami sadashivlingam. Surrender to that Bholinath. All sanchit pap, store up karmas, burnt away. We have all the answers here, devotees, but no shortcut. Self-sacrifice. Man lives himself, by himself. Man sings himself, by himself. So don't ask me for no prediction on thing. But I'll predict, if you don't follow these principles, expect the worst. And if you live up to these principles, the best comes to you. And just keep remembering this. Hold forest fire. Sometimes one tree in between might get scorched, but it doesn't burn down. In a society, we all could be like that. If you dare to be different, others could burn, but you wouldn't burn. You might get scorched only. And if you do the right things, even the scorching won't take effect. Devotees, you on your own. Everybody. Everybody. Okay? So put that Lord in front and try to work on these qualities. Don't ask God to help you overcome desire. He ain't going to do that. You have to make the effort. Don't ask God to stop you from getting vexed. And I mentioned that a fellow come and tell me, Baba, give me a little thing so I won't get vexed. But he tripped me. I had to make a thing for me. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? Right? So you see, devotees, sometimes you have to be, I'm getting kind of immune to a lot of this nonsense now. But I myself, I have to grow also. Don't feel I'm saying all this thing only for you. It's for me too. It's for all of us. And if come to the last point I'm making, I can testify to the power of this. Now that I'm living it. Before I preached it many years ago. Now I'm living it. And I can tell you the power of it. You can never go wrong. Okay? So devotees, you're on your own. Happy New Year for whatever it means. But to be truly happy, remember, true happiness is to be unaffected by either pain or pleasure. Placidity of mind, determinate intellect. Right? Don't forget, ever forget this. Intellect controls the mind, which controls the senses. The chariot of life will go forward, will destroy all the Kauravas and attain success and fulfillment in life. Okay? Bole Bhagwan Sri Krishna Chandra ki. I will make preparation for the final Havan devotees and we will glorify Kanhaiya. Begin the year with glorification of Kanhaiya. Bal Krishna, I love that.
कृष्ण गोविंद यशोमती के लाल की ये मुरली मनोहर मधुर सलोना मधुसूदन की आरती। जय बाल मुकुंदा ये जग में ज्योति अंतकरण की प्रकाश कराने वाला परमार्थ बताने वाला ये श्याम सुंदर की वर गिरधर की चहु ओर उजियार रहे ये मुरली मनोहर मधुर सलोना मधुसूदन की आरती। जय बाल मुकुंदा वाणी वेद बखाने संतर जाने वाला भव पार करने वाला ब्रह्म ज्ञान यही स्वर्ग धाम यही कुंजन मोहन छवि धाम की ये मुरली मनोहर मधुर सलोना मधुसूदन की आरती। जय बाल मुकुंदा संपत्ति दाता अघ को मिटाता पीर मिटाने वाला धन ध्यान बधाने वाला कभी कृष्ण हृदय में कभी कृष्ण हृदय में दीप जले अनहद घंटा ध्वनि पाठ रहे ये मुरली मनोहर मधुर सलोना मधुसूदन की आरती। जय बाल मुकुंदा कृष्ण गोविंद यशोमती के लाल की ये मुरली मनोहर मधुर सलोना मधुसूदन की आरती। जय बाल मुकुंदा जय बाल मुकुंदा। प्यारे नंदलाल दर्शन दे दो। Devotees, the Lord makes a difference. He try to get close to him. Why? Aham Brahmasmi. I am one with divinity. I have to try to experience it. But from our point of duality, hey Nandalal, hey Yashoda ki baal, darshan de do. I want to see you, Lord. Darshan do. Ab kiya hai darshan ki pyasi. Pyare Nandalal, darshan de do. Pyare Nandalal, darshan de do. Hey Yashoda ki baal, darshan de do. Yashoda ki baal, Yashoda ki baal, Yashoda ki baal, darshan de do. Pyare Nandalal, darshan de do. Pyare Nandalal, darshan de do. Natavar lal darshan de do. Natavar lal darshan de do. Ha darshan de do. Ha darshan de do. Ho darshan de do. Natavar lal, Natavar lal, Natavar lal darshan de do. Hey Giridhar pal darshan de do. Giridhar pal darshan de do. Pyare Nandalal darshan de do. Hey Yashoda ki baal darshan de do. Yashoda ki baal, Yashoda ki lal, Yashoda ki baal darshan de do. Pyare Nandalal darshan de do. Pyare Nandalal darshan de do. Ha darshan de do. O darshan de do. Ha darshan de do. Devotees, it all depends upon the intensity of our desire to see God. It is possible. It is possible. But you have to make the effort. Okay? And we say Kanhaya here, but any form you want to see. Any form. Ek Brahm. But you have to produce that cooling effect, as we say. Belief, love, conviction. Belief it can happen. Vishwas is a hell of a thing. You believe, you make it happen. But it all depends on the individual. Again, it is an individual journey. So devotees, seek that, Lord. I'm telling you, there is nothing as beautiful as you get that darshan, that feeling. Sometimes you dream form and you feel so ecstatic. Imagine you see it in real. Not impossible. Not impossible. But devotees, it depends on each individual. Okay? So I conclude by saying man lives himself, man sings himself, and each person on the journey alone. Nobody could do it for you. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Say Gauri Mata Swaha. Prithvi Mata Swaha. Panchlok Pali Vaya Swaha. Om Namo Narayanaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha. Suryari Navgrahadevaya Swaha. Brahmagnaye Namah Swaha. Om Hrim Sim Chandikaya Namah Swaha. Om Krim Kaliyaya Namah Swaha. Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Shrim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha. Ishwari Devi Swaha. Parameshwari Devi Swaha. Sri Shitala Devi Swaha. Mahaanyapurna Devi Swaha. Sri Mangala Devi Swaha. Chandi Devi Swaha. Mansa Devi Swaha. ओम ह्रीं षष्ठी देव्यै स्वाहा, सीतारा देवी स्वाहा, षोडशी देवी स्वाहा, भुवनेश्वरी देवी स्वाहा, छिन्नमस्ता देवी स्वाहा, भैरवी देवी स्वाहा, धूमावती देवी स्वाहा, बगलामुखी देवी स्वाहा, मातंगी देवी स्वाहा, कमला देवी स्वाहा, हेमावती देवी स्वाहा, सिद्धेश्वरी देवी स्वाहा, कल्याणी देवी स्वाहा, कात्यायनी देवी स्वाहा, ऐन्द्री देवी स्वाहा, अग्निरूपा देवी स्वाहा, वाराही देवी स्वाहा, खर्गधारिणी देवी स्वाहा, वारुणी देवी स्वाहा, ओम श्री मृगवाहिनी देवी स्वाहा, कौमारी देवी स्वाहा, शूलधारिणी देवी स्वाहा, श्री ब्रह्मानी देवी स्वाहा, वैष्णवी देवी स्वाहा, गायत्री देवी स्वाहा, ओम श्री वैष्णवी देवी स्वाहा, श्री कल्याणी देवी स्वाहा, तुलसी माता स्वाहा, सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, श्री हनुमते नमः स्वाहा, सीतारामचंद्राभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, राधा कृष्णाय नमः स्वाहा, ओम श्री इष्ट देवाय स्वाहा, ओम श्री कुल देवाय स्वाहा, श्री अष्टान देवाय स्वाहा, ग्राम देवाय स्वाहा, वास्तुदेवाय स्वाहा. 5 times again. वास्तुदेवाय स्वाहा, 33 करोड़ देवताभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, सर्वदेवता सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, अनंत स्वरूपाय ब्रह्मणे नमः स्वाहा, ओम श्री गुरुवे नमः स्वाहा. Please hold stand, devotees. We concentrate on Bhagavan Shankar. Purnahuti Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shambhavaya cha Mayobhavaya cha Namah Sankaraya cha Mayaskaraya cha Shivaya cha Shivtaraya cha Om Namah Shivaya. Om Purnamidah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam. सर्व पाप हरं दिव्यं गांगेयं निर्मलं जलम आचमनं च मया दत्तं गृहीतं पुरुषोत्तमः. Bow to the flame 5 times. So devotees, you will come for your vibhuti, and you know the vibhuti is not just merely putting chandan for you. You know, vibhuti means riches, spiritual. So when we put the vibhuti for you, it is blessing you, and especially the vibhuti has come about because of Shiv Jap. And today, Triyodasi. So it is with the blessing of Bhagavan Shankar. So you go forward into the world from today on, new year, and achieve your successes. So you come forward as you normally do, receive your vibhuti.
Jai Jagadish Hare, Swami Jai Jagadish Hare. Bhaktjanon ke sankat, dasjanon ke sankat, kshan mein dur kare. Om Jai Jagadish Hare. जो ध्यावे
त्रिविध ताप निवारण हे विभु अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मां शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनुहरि ओम आवाहनं न जानामि विसर्जनं पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षम्यतां परमेश्वरम् ओम गच्छ गच्छुरश्रेष्ठ स्वस्थानि परमेश्वर यत ब्रह्मादयो देवास्तत्र गच्छुतासनम् ओम लाभस्तेषां जयस्तेषां कुतस्तेषां पराजया येषामिन्दे वर्षामो हृदयस्थो जनार्दनम् ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ओम मंत्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दनं यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम गच्छ त्वं भगवन् अग्निस्वस्थाने कुण्डमध्यतः हुतम् आदाय देवेभ्यः शीघ्रदेहि प्रसीद मे ॐ त्वमेव माता च पितः त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम गर्व से कहो गर्व से कहो गर्व से कहो बोले श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की बोले श्री स्वाहा माता की बैठ जाइए प्लीज बी सीटेड डिवोटीज and devotees as we conclude this morning's devotions let me first of all wish Annie who is this morning's Srota, belated happy birthday. Tuesday last was her birthday, so she started to perform her one this morning. A round of applause for her, please. Happy birthday, Annie, and many more to follow. Now, as we begin the new year, devotees, I want to just very quickly introduce to you the new management committee of Gyan Deepak. All right. Every year we make some new appointments, sometimes they remain the same. So, very quickly, the new chairperson is Annie herself. She was last vice chairperson. And we want to say a special thanks to Jai, right, the outgoing chairperson. He had been chairperson for the last 4 years. So we decided to let him take a little rest, but he won't have any rest because he's still in charge of maintenance. Now, if this morning you're feeling warm and so on and so forth, I want to apologize. But you know, sometimes when a condition working place too cold, when the condition place too hot, so what to do? I think there's a problem which we'll rectify shortly before Sunday morning service, hopefully. All right, so I want to apologize for any discomfort that may have caused you. And if you are sweating, then imagine what is happening to me here. A little sweat every now and then is good. So this, consider like your gym for the morning. All right, so the vice chairperson, a new person, Annie was vice chairperson. So it's the new assistant, vice chairperson is Lisa Nalini Lokai Singh. Lisa, where is Lisa? Just stand up for a moment so look to see you. Oh, she's at the back like Hanumanji. Right, Lisa. And the secretary, Aditi Bisram Singh, is Aditi here this morning? Yes, yes, Aditi, the hand so thin we can't see it. That is Aditi. So she is the new secretary, taken over from Savita. And assistant secretary, Kavisya, Harry Paul. Is Kavisya here this morning? Unfortunately, she isn't here, but she's new assistant secretary. Treasurer, a lady with sticky hand, Shivrani Prabhudial. Where is Shivrani? Right, well, she won't get up, you don't understand that, she'll show the hand.
All right. PRO, Kunti, she remains as PRO. Where's Kunti? That's at the back. And assistant PRO, Praveen. Look, Praveen here, the hand there again. Praveen. Our education officer remains the same, Rajdev. Raj Sinanan. And the sports officer, Evans, remains the same. Villages officer, Rhoda Suku. And she was assisted by Petty. Decorations will be responsible, Dinesh Lokaising, lighting and decoration. Music PA, so we have Avinash and Adi, they will continue. And we have, when it's convenient, Alan, he comes in to learn his expertise. Because of him, we have all the improvement in the PA system and so on. So blessings to you, Alan, and we always look forward to seeing you once your time allows it. And devotees, it was suggested that we have a new position, social media. So everybody could be on social media, right? And except me. So what we have done, we have put together a small grouping. Nilisha, that's Nalini Lukaising, and Dinesh Lukaising, and of course Pandit Adesh Maharaj. Right, and Arti will also join together with them. So they'll be responsible for Gyandipak social media, which is also part of SWAHA social media. So I don't know much about it, I just talking it, right? So they will decide and they'll advertise everything on social media, whatever they'll try to, because most people, they kind of join on social media. Now, I know many of you like to sit down home and say, Guruji, we see everything on YouTube. Very good. But I keep telling all you, it's better when you come here. Right? You know why? I don't know why. Oh, I won't tell you why. Well, we will set up what do you call it thing by online what? Oh, let me leave it here. Okay. So it's better to be here because when you're looking at social media, only the eyes and ears impacted upon senses. When you hear, all the senses are impacted upon. It's something totally different. So I invite you to be here. And having said that, service will reconvene on Sunday morning. So it will continue as usual. So I want you to bear that in mind. Also, service will continue as often as possible unless special occasions arise where we are unable to have service. So normal Sunday morning service on the 23rd of this month, Friday, Saraswati Jayanti. Right? So more details will be given to you as we go along. Saraswati Jayanti, everybody can take part in worship of Ma Saraswati. And devotees, as I mentioned this morning, especially for Shivaji. So for Shivratri, we are doing 3 nights. Shivratri is Carnival Sunday night. If I say, most people will know. Right? Carnival Sunday night. So we are going till midnight, and those of you who are accustomed to doing that, you can pack your bags and so on, and from here go straight Juve. It's up to you. This happens, you know. I ain't talking by guess. So I give you the opportunity. You come put Shiva and jump like. So you can prepare yourself. But what we are doing Friday night, Shiv Puran, Saturday night, Shiv Puran, and Sunday morning, I want to do Shiv Sahasranam part with Havan. And also Gayatri Mantra and Mrityunjay Mantra Jap. So we want to facilitate it inside the temple here. Everybody will, who want to take part, you bring your own Agnikund, we'll give you a list as to what you need to get. So we'll prepare the temple for that morning. May take about 3 hours, hopefully. Right? We sit down and we do jap, we worship Bhagavan Shankar, and you'll make your offerings and so on. You do Shiv Puja Sunday morning. So Sunday night for Shivratri, we just do Abhishek on the Shiv Lingam. We won't have any Chalhavan, but if there are those who can't come in the morning, we can facilitate you in the evening. So in the night time, it's just to Abhishek, the Shiv Lingam, Kirtan Bhajan, till midnight Jal offering. But we want to intensify our devotions to Bhagavan Shankar this year. So as such, we are letting you up front if you notice space limited in here. So we can only facilitate up to a certain amount. So those of you who are interested, you can let the executive know that yes, you will come and we'll tell you what you need to get. We have a cut-off point, sorry, we can't help it. Right? So the faster you confirm, the better it is for you. So remember what it is, we have done it before. You sit on your own, I will guide you along. We do 1,000 names of Lord Shiva Jap. We do Gayatri Man Jap, Mrityunjay Mantra Jap. We worship Shiva, of course, make your offerings. So we'll all sit in here. We have to move all the chairs and so on, and try to facilitate as many of you as possible. Those of you who are not sitting for puja, you can still come and be part of it. So as we go along, more details will be given, but we are giving you a heads up, I'd say. So those who are interested, let the executive know from early so we can plan for it. Okay? So devotees, we'll let you know as you go along. We have kept you long enough. And I want to say how very happy I am to see so many of you. And so many of you haven't seen for the longest while. So what I can say until next year, New Year's again. Right? Until next year, New Year's again. Yeah. Provided we are here. Who knows? Last year, terrible year. Many people close to us, they just left and gone. Not to come back. We don't know what this year will hold. So this is why we say, Ek Hari Na Jai Beat. Don't waste the moment. And then say, oh, sorry, I didn't come. Make use of the opportunity while you have it. So we look forward to everybody joining service. I know all of you won't have them every Sunday morning, but don't make excuses. As often as you can come, we would like to see you. There's a blessing in being here. I keep saying that. Okay? So devotees, blessings and many thanks to all of you for having joined us. And we look forward to seeing your service continues. And Sunday morning, well, I don't think we have any refreshment. Any refreshment? No refreshment, because there are too many of you now. So blessings for having come, and let the discourse be the prasad. Okay? Annie, stand up. Sakal Panch. Jai Sita. Blessings, devotees. Look forward to seeing you as service continues. Blessings.